Hi, folks. Thank you for joining me again for, I believe this is part 8 of the Florentino Rebuilding Company YouTube channel. This is walking the historic parts of downtown Long Beach. We're going to start off today on the corner of Ocean and Magnolia. It's beautiful, beautiful midday here in July. We're going to have a fun, quick video. We haven't done one of these in a while. So thank you for joining me right here in your outpost on the West Coast on the Florentino Rebuilding Company YouTube channel for part 8 of our historic, or our walking tour through the historic parts of downtown Long Beach. Of course, right now we're starting off with the modern, but we will work our way towards the older parts of downtown Long Beach. We'll be right back. So I did not plan this shoot right here. This particular scene we're going to give you a shot of. Real noisy. Traffic is heavy duty right here on Ocean Boulevard. I got all my safety equipment on, so hopefully we should have no issues as I'm standing in the middle of the road. But a lot of brand new buildings here. We did not plan to shoot this part of Long Beach. We're actually heading way down eastwards towards the other side there. But since we're here, right in the midst of these beautiful modern downtown luxury apartment buildings, and I remember when they built this one here, are two older, actually these are three older original old school apartment buildings. Like I said, I love the contrast between old mixed in with the new. In other words, the old refusing to be pushed out of history and still standing its ground today. And right here you have these three beautiful, beautiful buildings. That's a perfect example of that. The cost, the value of the land that these three old 1940s type apartment buildings, the value of the land that these guys sit on must be astronomical. This is beachfront property. Right behind them is the ocean there. And you know developers would love to get their hands on these three guys here. So this would be on the corner of Ocean Boulevard. Once again, we're facing eastwards. Ocean Boulevard at Chestnut Place. So that's Ocean Boulevard at Chestnut Place. That's not why we came here. Here's another interesting shot. Let me pan over and set up the shot for you guys. Another beautiful, beautiful shot of the buildings in the background there. Old mixed in with new. You could see the modern way off in the distance back there with that tall glass structure facing you. Incidentally, that's also luxury apartments. Contrast with this is probably one of my favorite scenes. So I believe the lower building, the smaller building with the clock tower on it, I believe that building is referred to as the clock tower building, believe it or not. And then the massive building, they don't look this big. We're gonna get shots of these down the road sometime, but that taller brick structure right behind it is absolutely humongous. And we'll get over there one of these days and film that for you guys. But just one of the beautiful, beautiful sceneries. If you're gonna take a nice, simple, and safe walking tour through the historic parts of downtown Long Beach, some of the beautiful things you're going to see. So let's continue on our walk. We're headed way down there. Anyways, getting back to that those three apartment buildings that are still standing here. Here's the first one, and I just wanted to show you guys just how the road drops off here, goes down to another level. This lower level here is pretty much all landfill. Beach used to come up right up to where you see those cars in the middle of your screen there. This is probably before World War II. And then it got filled in with landfills so they could expand and and build more attractions and stuff. So I want to take a walk down these stairways here because there's some interesting stuff on the wall. Let's just see what we come up with. And this is what I wanted to share with you guys. And by the way, these stairways here, they are original too. So this was once the site of the Virginia Hotel, which opened on this site in 1908 with 400 rooms costing $8.50 a day. And this picture here is about 1920. That's right on the spot where we're standing now. Actually, that part there may be, or that part there. Okay, interesting stuff. Beautiful grand stairway. And this would be from the grand stairway, the grand staircase in the hotel lobby with marble columns and steps circa 1930. But look at this day. Look at this beautiful site. My God, it's beautiful, man. I mentioned before in past videos, this is where they stationed me. I've had no problem being down here. This is the annual skiff race to Catalina Island from the Hotel Virginia. So from right about here, they used to have these races, skiff races to the Catalina Islands back in, this photo's from 1925. Once again, look at that. Everything is beautiful. Everything. This looks like it might be our last picture here. So once again, the Beachfront Virginia Hotel, circa 1930. This hotel was closed in 1932 and demolished in 1933. Now, I guarantee you everything back here towards this way, towards the Queen Mary and stuff, is super ultra modern construction. I actually got to see it all built when I first got stationed down here. But look at this, here's another treat. We're gonna cross the street here. Well, let's set up here. How about this shot? Two lovely, lovely old original, probably 1930s type era buildings that refuse to get pushed out of the pages of history and are still sitting here in downtown Long Beach as modern construction goes up all around them. How cool is that? We're going to cross the street and use the staircase that goes up along that side there. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and use those staircases where this young lady's gonna go up right now and get back on Ocean Boulevard, which is right there, and head over hopefully to our original destination we had planned. Before I cut off to the next thing, guys, there's an enthusiasm in my voice. I don't script these. I kind of talk just rough, off the cuff, but you can hear the happiness, enthusiasm in my voice. Long Beach is a very pretty city. If you do your walking tour safely, plan ahead, come with a couple friends, make it a 2 or 3 day affair. Have lunch or breakfast here in town. Don't go off to the bad areas. Every downtown has bad areas, and you're gonna have an enjoyable visit. One of the most beautiful cities, and almost because the Navy was stationed here for so many years, Long Beach developed a salty reputation. Trust me, if you know where to look, and it's everywhere, if you do it right, I should say, Long Beach is a very, very pleasant city to come and visit. Nautical themed doors on the front of this beautiful building here. Let's go up the steps. All right, so we're back to the corner of Chestnut and Ocean Boulevard. All right, I don't think we're gonna ever make it to our original destination, but as I'm walking down Ocean Boulevard, not 20 feet, I come across this view here. How could I not film this for you guys? Getting back to enthusiasm in my voice, I don't script these. I have an idea what to say. I'm actually an excellent public speaker. You hear me stumble on my voice and my words and just all over the place because my enthusiasm, folks, I assure you, my enthusiasm is from the bottom of my heart and 100% genuine. Come on. You're gonna be famous. And there I am off in the distance. So we're never going to make it to where we had planned to go, but I think you guys will agree with me that this was worth the deviation. Now this is an interesting shot where I wanted to share it with you guys. Is there's a historic black and white picture taken from above, from up that way, facing this way. There used to be a park here, right on the bluff, right on the edge, called Victory Park. And if you Google and do deep searches on it, you will find a photograph, black and white photograph, I think from the 20s, maybe the 30s, but I think it's from the 20s. And the Union Pacific Railroad actually ran along this sidewalk here, the train tracks, and trains full of Union Pacific steam engines, passenger trains, would come off, stop right here, locomotive would be right here, and it would disembark passengers to spend the weekend down here in Long Beach, you know, during the summer and stuff like that. And there's actually pictures of that. I think there's only one picture. The Union Pacific steam engine, big one, parked right here. Well, maybe it was a 280 or 2882, and passenger cars. And I believe they're early Harriman type wooden passenger cars, if I recall correctly off the top of my head. Also, Union Pacific ran right here where the sidewalk is. The Pacific Electric trolleys ran right down that center median you see right there, all up and down Ocean Boulevard. All right, so this might be our last location here. Check out where we're going right now. We're gonna check out that beautiful building right there. Okay, let me get set up. We're gonna get shots all around this building here. This is gonna take up the rest of the video, so just kick back and enjoy this beautiful, beautiful old historic building and this beautiful, beautiful sunny, partially sunny July 2025 midday afternoon.